Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and welcome to the start of a new campaign series on the channel today. A huge thank you to Creative Assembly for allowing me to have early access to Total War Troy, and in this campaign we will be playing as King Agamemnon himself and attempting to unite all Greeks under his banner, and once that is achieved, his forces will march on the gates of Troy. Now, this campaign will be uploaded every Monday and Friday, along with my Hector campaign. I think it would be a fun idea to have these two as almost sister campaigns. In one campaign, we will be defending the city of Troy, and in the other, we will be taking it for our own. So let's go ahead and take a look at King Agamemnon. He is the king of Mycenae. I hope is how you pronounce it. If it's not, feel free to leave the correct pronunciation down in the comments below. His starting position is easy, which is good, because this is my first look at Total War Troy. And the victory conditions are pretty straightforward. We just have to defeat our first antagonist faction, occupy, raise, or sack 100 different settlements, and then just control these three through vassals or military allies, but I would like to have direct ownership of these three. And I believe this is our capital anyway, so we should start with that. And the faction itself, the King of Men, we can appoint heroes to court positions. Appointed heroes receive bonuses to provide faction-wide effects, and being in court increases a hero's motivation. And then we have the Lion's Share. Entice or force other factions to become your vassals, which would be interesting. Vassals obey you and will give you resources as tribute each turn. And vassals can be extorted to give more tribute, but will grow to hate you as a result. So it's almost like a fine balance that we're going to have to find between the vassals. And then for our armies here, recommended playstyle, Agamemnon's roster is the most balanced among the Achaeans, with a mix of good, heavily armored infantry, capable range units, and strong chariots. So very, very cool. And it looks like we have some heroes here as well. We do not have... This faction cannot recruit fighting champions. So fighter champion, fighter ravager, and fighter vanquisher. That's probably an Achilles type thing. Interesting. And we've got some unique units here. We've got Agamemnon's guards, two-handed spear infantry. We've also got the Agamemnon's companions. And then we have light javelins. And then the hero. At the onset of the Trojan War, godlike Agamemnon commanded the largest fleet ever to sail the Aegean Sea. Driven by the all-encompassing lust for power and glory, the king of Mycenae rallied the many kingdoms of Achaea against Troy, determined to raze the fabled city to the ground in pursuit of his bloody ambition. The aging warrior still inspired awe on the battlefield with his heavy armor and the mighty swings of his mace. He and his younger brother Menelaus shared a thirst for revenge against Paris, who had seduced the Spartan ruler's wife and fled across the waters with her. The Mycenaean leader's formidable will was also the source of his hubris, I hope is how you pronounce it. In the Iliad, Homer recounts how Agamemnon, through arrogance and unyielding pride, offended Apollo himself, then later provoked Achilles into withdrawing the support of the Myrmidons, with disastrous results. So interesting little biography there. Then we have the son of Atreus and Erope. Plus 12% to administration efficiency for royal decrees, and plus 4 to influence this region. So those are probably character effects of Agamemnon. So let's go ahead and jump into Total War Troy.
Are we mere playthings of the gods? Or do we plead divine influence to justify our foolish choices?
He's taken her! He's taken my wife! You've risked the safety of Troy.
Troy is my home now.
You have my oath, brother. She will be returned to you. Brother, I can fight! Go. Seek shelter. There'll be plenty of fighting ahead.
Helen's flight was a grave wound to Achaean pride. King Menelaus will have his revenge. And his brother will have his war with Troy. just as the gods intended. O wide-ruling Agamemnon, there is only one response to Queen Helen's abduction, and that is war.
Brother, your foolish passion has doomed us. Fear not, noble cousins. I stand with you.
This is a grave insult to Golden Mycenae. Enlist the other Achaean kings. The folly of Paris may convince them to support the forging of a great Achaean empire.
Troy thinks to slight me, but they will pay the price.
Your brother Menelaus will be relying on your full support in this great endeavor.
Paris of Troy must pay!
Secure your power at home before embarking on overseas initiatives. The warriors of Tiryns wage war on your allies and vassals at Troezen. They dare to challenge your fame and power. Continue your expansion, while ensuring the Trojans pay for their insult to you and your brother.
And there we go. So let's go ahead and close that for now. Now, I don't know if I turned on the advisor. Let me just make sure that he's not going to pop up all the time. But yeah, so it's on low, so that's fine, because he might actually pop up with a couple of new key features that I might need to know about. But how they play, so Mycenae, the king of men. Agamemnon controls his state with the prudence of a good administrator. The heroes at his disposal can be assigned to government posts to aid the king and his subjects. And the lion's share, Agamemnon can make other factions his vassals. Once under his rule, a faction must pay regular tribute to the great king and comply to any sudden resource demands he might have. Overexploited vassals might become unruly.
The enemy sends their warriors against you to ravage your lands and sack your cities, but perhaps they underestimate your strength. March out, engage them in battle, and put them to flight.
Thank you. But yes, as I said, so with that vassalage thing, we're going to have to be very careful not to exploit that too much, because we don't want our vassals to uprise against us. And we've got an objective here, defeat an army. We'll get 250 food and 80 bronze. And I'm assuming that that army is this one? Yeah, belonging to that faction, Tyrannus. Okay. So that's all we have right now, so we can close that. So let's take a look at the UI here for a minute. So we've got the treasury here. So the treasury, it looks like it consists of a couple of different types of resources, which is very interesting. So we've got 1,400 food as the current amount, and it looks like this is what we are expected to have next turn, is 1,745. So we're in the surplus there. We've got 600 wood going up to 897. We've got 200 stone. That's actually going down to 97. So I wonder... No, change next turn is 97. Amount next turn is 297. Oh, so that's actually how much in addition to it is. Oh, so that's how much extra. So actually, apologies, the amount next turn is actually all the way at the bottom, 3,145. Okay, so yeah, we're still positive here, so that's good. So we'll have 297. Bronze will have 301. And this is our gold here, which will have 94 of. And it looks like we can expand and collapse this side menu here. It's just got a couple of extra features there. And then we have the faction summary here. So this is quite familiar with Total War. So we were defensive allies with Sparta, obviously. He's our brother. Menelaus, and we're at war with just one faction, which we will be looking to destroy very quickly, and we've got one vassal as well. Very, very cool. So we'll take a look at that later on, and then we've got obviously the objectives here, so going for the Total War victory, we can consult that from time to time. We've got royal decrees here, so what is this? Choose a decree to issue. Once issued, its effects are permanent. The higher your administration efficiency rating, the quicker you issue decrees. You can queue several subsequent decrees. Be mindful some royal decrees cost resources to unlock. So is this like our tech tree then, I would assume? It's possible that we can't actually do that yet, because it's all locked. Or is there oh, escape that. Yeah, there we go. So let's see. So this will be plus 20 gold per turn faction wide. That's pretty good. Or plus 80 stone per turn faction wide. 90 bronze. Or plus 280 food. So let's come back to that actually, because once we start building things, we'll know what the most important resources are that we need. So let's continue on. We've got diplomacy, which we have seen.
Relations with foreign powers may be managed through diplomacy. Broker treaties of trade, alliance, war, and peace to either provoke or placate your fellow rulers. Always be aware that others may view your negotiations as a threat or an opportunity.
Thank you. If he keeps chiming in, we're going to have to probably silence him a bit. But let's sort by who likes us the most. So we've got these guys as a vassal already. So I'm assuming... Do we have trade with them since they are our vassal? Let's take a look.
King Agememnon. I'm happy to listen.
Yeah, so we could actually ask for a confederation, but I'm assuming that that would be minus 76... Oh, no, that's they wouldn't accept that, basically, if we asked for it. Is that what it is? Yeah, so we would have to try and balance it. Okay, so it's actually quite similar to the Diplomacy of Three Kingdoms, which is very interesting. I don't know if they have the quick deal thing, though. I think that was something that was just for 3K. We'll know once more. Trade regions, single barter, barter agreement, offer an exchange of resources for a fixed number of turns. Oh, interesting. So you can trade specific resources. Okay. But it doesn't look like we can actually get trade with them. So, oh, I exited the whole thing. Okay, with Sparta, we're defensive allies.
Talking now avoids suffering later.
So Confederation, vassalize, military alliance, military access. So is there no actual trade agreement in this? That's interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. So... Oh, wait, is this... No. Yeah, so it doesn't look like there's an actual trade agreement option. Interesting. Okay. So we'll come back to that later on then. So that is the diplomacy. Then we've got divine will. Pray to the gods to gain their favor and receive their bonus. Interesting. Okay. Does this cost money? Yeah, it costs 20 gold and 400 food. But are these like a cooldown effect? Yeah, -5 to morale of all enemy units. That could be good. Diplomatic agreements. Success chance. Campaign line of sight. Ooh, immune to deep sea's attrition. Okay, so it really depends on what you're doing on the campaign map. Growth and happiness there would be very useful. And then what's the difference here? The Hecatomb or the prayer? Favor of Aphrodite, +70. Provide this effect for 4 turns. You know what? We do have a bit of gold, and we're going to make 20 gold next turn, so... Shall we make preparation to look for the gods for aid? This will spend resources, and no other prayers will be available till after the end of this turn. Yeah, because we could get some extra growth. Why not? Good, so that's very interesting. Okay. I wonder, too, if we're going to have to balance this out as well. Like, if we get too much favor with Aphrodite, some of the other gods could actually get jealous or something. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. The King of Men here. Let's see. So we could recruit some people, recruit a hero in our capital. But yeah, they actually cost quite a bit. We don't have enough this turn, unfortunately. So we'll look at that next turn. And then we have the lion's share, so the vassalage. So this is where we can actually ask people for food. So if I click on... Hold on. Yeah, so it's like... so actually it's all resources. Interesting. Well, they're really happy with this now, and we're not negative for anything, so let's just hold on. But that's pretty much all of the UI. And then we do have some things down here. So events, we got the heroes and agents, provinces, known factions, and missions. So that's pretty standard for all total wars. So it looks like we're going to have to attack these guys. Now, we have 2 regions, it looks like. So let's take a look at them very quickly. So we've got the town of Mycenae. We've got the Mycenaean walls. So it gives us extra morale. Minus 3% to attrition when under siege. Faction-wide, so that's very good. And it gives faction holdout time. We've got a muster field. We've got a practice range. We don't have any economic buildings, though. So it's split into special, military, administration, and temple. So this is where we might actually have to build different altars to different gods, because you can see that it gives favor. So we might actually have to balance it out a little bit. But let's go for like an administration or an economic building, because this is the statue of Agememnon. What is that going to give us? Enemy factions are more likely to attack this region, really. It's actually not that good, to be honest. And what else do we have for military? Minus 10, camping moon range, enemy armies. Oh, because that's like a watchtower. The Boyar unlocks bowmen. Guardhouse gives extra garrison. Ooh, chariots. I would love to get some chariots. We got light javelins. So right now we can get skirmishers and spearmen. That's pretty much what we can recruit. So as far as administration, we're pretty good on our food income at the moment. So getting extra growth would be good, because I'm assuming if we look at it, where's the growth details? It's right here, and we need 3 to get a surplus to level it up to level 4. So having some extra growth wouldn't be too bad. The happiness is minus 3, though. Yes, we've got growth, we've got influence, we've got happiness. Wood per turn, minus 3% construction costs. Yeah, so that would be very useful to get in, make things cheaper. So let's get that. And then I would also... I guess we don't have enough wood at the moment. But I would like to get either the growth or the happiness building in there quite soon. Taking a look at this settlement that we have. So it's not even part of the whole province. So we're going to have to take this one for sure. And then this one is our vassal, because that's their capital, it looks like. They actually have 3 regions, so they're probably stronger than us. But over here, let's see what we got. It's already up to level 3, which is fantastic. And we have the ship stands. So here we've got some resource buildings, military or port. So militarily, that has to go all the way up to level 5. So that's going to have to be at our main settlement chains, because they can only go up to level 3. So pretty much unlocking this to get bowmen would be ideal. And that's the only thing I would want here, because this watchtower, I don't really care about that, to be honest. And then for resources, minus 70 growth. Wow, to get extra bronze. Interesting. This will give us bronze. And then we have the craftsman hut, apprentice armorer, and the tin trader. So this will give us 54 bronze per turn, and high influence bonus plus 65. So is that stacking together? So that's about 120. This is going to give us a lot more, though, Does it cost a lot more? Yeah, it costs a lot more, the Royal Workshop. But that's probably what we'll slot in there. But I'm sure you guys are sick of me talking now. Let's go ahead and take a look at if we can attack these guys. So we got light swordsmen, spearmen, skirmishers, slingers, and something else we don't know.
Wide ruling king.
Young spears and light javelins. So how much do the units cost? Yeah, obviously they cost 80 food per turn. And I like that it doesn't actually cost gold. Troops would have cost, you know, food. Like, yes, you would have had to pay them eventually, but a lot of these early period armies, they were pretty much, they had to serve their king. So they weren't really in it for pay per se, but armies needed food to survive. So I really like that you actually use food here. So we could get a couple more units of spearmen. They all take 1 turn, and we could get 3 more. Do I have any slingers at all? Young spears and light javelins, so... yeah, the skirmishers could be good to get. They're going to cost 100 per turn.
Without question.
So let's get 1 more spear. I mean, could we take them on with what we have? Probably. Agamemnon's got to be pretty powerful. Yeah, let's give it a shot and see if we can. The balance of power is pretty even, but I think we should be fine. They got slingers, skirmishers, young spears. Yeah, I think we're gonna be fine here. Let's have our first battle and see King Agamemnon in action. Alright guys, welcome to the battlefield, and you can see the brave King Agamemnon on the battlefield himself in front of his men. I have to say that I do like the battlefields. Very, very beautiful, just like in Three Kingdoms. I'm pretty impressed with the look of the battlefield. So let's take a look at the units here, because I think they'll take a little bit of time moving forwards towards us, or they might actually just sit there since we're the aggressors.
Agamemnon!
But we have King Agamemnon himself, leader of men, so he's got an ability here. Plus 10% melee attack and melee defense, so that's very awesome. He actually doesn't have enough rage, though, so he can only do that once his rage meter is filled up, I'm assuming. Interesting. And then we've got our 2 spear units here. Very classic spearmen. And then we've got, obviously, the young spears. We will be replacing them as soon as we can. They look pretty garbage. And then we have the light swordsman here, looking pretty solid. Go away, advisor. Trying to look at these awesome units, and you're just interrupting me. And then we've got the militia clubmen as well. And then I put my javelins way up here on the hilltop. They actually have pretty solid range, as you can see here. If I just hold down space, they actually come to about here. So I was really hoping to be able to kind of fire down upon them, but I think that they're going to be wise to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually slowly start moving our troops down this direction. And let's just walk them, and then we're going to walk these guys up there as well. Let's just take a look at...
Spears!
Take a look at these guys marching with King Agamemnon. Oh, man. So excited to play this. This is awesome. I have to say, like, when Creative Assembly announced Total War Troy, I wasn't really too excited about the time period itself, but I do have to say that I could actually warm up to this. I see some swords over here, some light swordsmen. They're just gonna kind of chill there, aren't they? So let's get our javelins down here as quickly as possible. Balance of power is a little bit in our favor. We do have that 1 extra unit, which will come in handy. I basically just want to try and pin them with my spearmen and then hit them with my swords in the back. Yeah, let's move them up over here. We're going to throw Agamemnon into battle right away as well. Probably ahead of his soldiers. Let's get these guys up here in the trees. Light swordsmen and the militia. Now, I also don't know how the battles are going to be, if they're going to be a bit framey or not, so I'll have to do some tweaking afterwards, because this is my first look at it. Okay, what do we got here? Some slingers. Go, Agememnon!
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
Slaughter them! I'm actually going to send the young spears in to help them. We do have the general
Death
over there
comes
as
from
well.
above, like the arrows of Apollo.
That's
Have your
all right.
warriors take
That's all
cover
right.
From the enemy missiles, or else
Can you?
seek out.
I know how to play. I looked and it doesn't look like I can even silence that as well.
Your hero is under attack.
That's all right. How's this rage bar? Come on. Rage, Agamemnon, rage. There he is. The big boy himself. Just slaughtering his way through. Come on, spears. Get the javelins back here as well. And here we go. We've got these guys gonna slam into the backs of them too, completely surround them. Yeah, I'm gonna send these guys after them. Actually, we could do like a javelin skirmish.
As the battle progresses, the
See this charge here. Surrounding them with the swordsmen. Yes.
see the enemy break like reeds with.
Oh, perfect. Oh yeah, they're getting slaughtered over there. Agamemnon, you try and go after him and kill him. I want him dead. Now, are these guys broken? They are broken. I'm gonna have the spears follow them. Yeah, got these guys after them. Let's get the militia to go aid them. Or, sorry, go aid Agamemnon. And we have victory. That was quite easy, I do have to say. I would like to actually see this guy dead, though.
Agamemnon! Destroy them! No!
Don't let him
mercy!
escape. And the javelins as well. Fleeing the battlefields like the cowards they are. Meanwhile, the rest of their forces are being run down by my spears. Very, very cool. I'll see you guys back on the campaign map. And there we go. That was actually a pretty sweet little battle animation at the end there. But we only lost 85 men. They lost 442 with only 109 remaining, and their general was killed by Agamemnon himself. If I stumble over that as well, apologies for that. I don't know why it's such a tongue tire for me, but Agamemnon, like the double M, just like really screws me up. But let's take a look. That's really nice amount of replenishment because we do want to push on. And we do have quite a bit of food so far, so let's go ahead and take the replenishment there.
Ever more powerful.
And mission successful, so we get extra food and bronze as
New
well.
recruits can be trained to build up your forces.
Yes, yes, yes. So now muster the troops. So we need to maintain 12 units in total. So we need to get an extra 5, and there is the decisive victory as well. And enemy killed in battle. Perfect. So,
King
yeah, we want to
Agamemnon.
recruit some troops. He's got 5 over here, and they have 4 over there. So if they hit us with 9, that wouldn't be ideal. Can we make it back to the city itself? It looks like we
I expect a
can.
welcome feast. Lord
That will
of
give
the
us some extra
Achaeans.
replenishment. Let's get, how many spears do we want? Probably 4 spears on the front lines. And then getting some slingers wouldn't be too bad either. I would love to get some of those extra swordsmen, though, the light swordsmen, but it doesn't look like we can. Yeah, so let's get that. That's going to be 10, and then we'll do a bit more recruiting next turn. And then we should be able to push out and take our first territory. Now, are these friendly? Attitude towards us is unfriendly. Really? Okay. Maybe we should talk to them in diplomacy. Also, royal decree. Right, so we need to figure out what we want. Probably going for extra food so far would be good. So let's go for that. 7 turns. We can always change it later on. And then diplomacy. Who are these guys? Corinthians. Ooh, yeah, they don't like me very much. Oh, we do have the quick deal. Oh, very cool. Very cool. So for non-aggression pact, would the Corinthians approve? They would not. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to have to keep our eye on them as well, because they've got 2 territories in the north that we're going to have to deal with. And can we see what their garrison is like as well? So they got a champion, some militia, spearmen, skirmishers, and slingers. So it's 7 plus their 5. So yeah, I feel like we should build up to a 20 stack as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, we've got shielded clubmen here. Some light swordsmen, light javelins, bows, renowned slingers. Yeah, so that's a pretty solid garrison for sure. Alright, I think we're ready to end our first turn here.
Brute strength alone will not win this war. Issue a decree ordering your finest minds to research new methods of warfare, lest others overtake you.
Okay, so issue a decree we need to do. King's decree. So issue a royal decree and we'll get some extra food and wood. So, decrees. Oh, here we go. Are these the decrees? I'm assuming it is. Recruitment cost of all army units. Ooh. Is this the decrees, though? I don't know if that is. Does it tell me in the missions? Issue a royal decree. These are commandments down here. I'm confused. There we go. So these are the active effects, basically. So we've got the plus 20 to growth, and we also have the extra happiness. Oh, I'm already doing a royal decree. What? Yeah, that's the technologies. That's what I thought. Okay, so we're fine. We're on track for that. So we need to get 12 units total. So we've got some spears. I'd like to get...
I will.
Couple more slingers. That many, though? 3? Because, yeah, let's get... Could get another militiaman. We're still positive, so... Yeah, go on. Let's get the extra one. I'd like to replace those young spears as well before we push on. I would love to... Can we hire agents as well? We do. Recruit agents, recruit heroes. So we can get a veteran. A skirmisher. Protector. Companion. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, we'll have to look at that. And then the agents as well. So we have an epic agent. We've got Gorgon, Satyr, and Seer. We haven't unlocked any of these other ones, though. And they do cost 22 upkeep and gold per turn, so we actually can't really afford that right now. Fielding the maximum. I have an agent? Oh no, 0 out of 0. So I'm gonna have to probably build a building for that, I'd assume then. Okay, so what do we want here? Not that, because that's gonna be really a hard hit to our growth. So probably this. We need 1,800 wood and 660 stone, though, to build that. That's a lot cheaper. And that will get us a lot more bronze. Alright, so let's go for that. And then I guess we should put in a military building, so I guess we could put in some extra garrison. A little bit extra. You guys can let me know down in the comments below what you think would be best. But yeah, I think 1 or 2 more turns, and then we can push in on Argos. Take that. And then push to this, and then finally their capital. We'll have to see what they're doing too, and we have to keep an eye on Corinth, because if Corinth comes in, that's going to be bad for us. That end turn time, though. Wow. Okay, so we completed that mission.
Do not
Excellent.
neglect the development of your towns
I'm
and
not.
cities.
Construct any building. We're working on it. Are we still constructing? No, we finished that one. We can upgrade this, actually, to get... Yes, to get... But can we afford those? Let me take a look at that first. Yeah, see, so these actually cost upkeep of bronze. Look at that, 40 bronze for that 1 unit. For shielded clubmen and shielded spearmen. So yeah, that's where these bronze forges are going to come in very big handy. Yeah, so you do probably want to save for that, or just make sure that you have bronze workshops in every one of your settlements. What else did I want to build over here? So these temples, do they give us anything? So we can get some priestesses. Recruitment cost of all agents. Recruit rank of heroes, melee defense for units upon recruitment. Campaign map movement range. Starting the turn here, though, so... Minus construction costs. Yeah, so we probably do want to put a temple in here eventually. But let's go for... How's the happiness right now? It's actually plus 12, so we actually should be fine. So maybe just getting that extra growth building in there. Plus 5% food, and then recruitment costs for all army units in this province. That's also very good. Let's go for the growth right now. We could always destroy it later on. And I would really like to get that upgraded, but I just... We're not going to be able to afford the extra units. We can get the club warriors, because they don't cost any bronze, but the shielded clubmen and the shielded spearmen, they all cost bronze. So let's get it started. Might as well. We can always cancel it later if we want. Our army is looking pretty good. I guess we could get another militiaman. Yeah, another militiaman and 2 more spears. We'll just go for a bunch more militiamen. And that's a 16 stack. I think that's pretty good to move forwards and push to Argos. Because I actually don't see anything there currently. It's only 7, actually. We could probably beat them with 13. But do they have walls is the thing. I don't know if they have walls. I think they do because it's a main settlement. See, I probably would want to have a few more troops.
A god among men.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt, wouldn't hurt. 1 more turn at least. And mission successful there. Perfect.
No kingdom flourishes and endures through military conquest alone. grow and maintain your settlements through construction. Their resources can then be harnessed to serve the war effort.
Thank you. Upgrade any settlement building.
Conquer towns and cities to
Yes, go
expand.
away. I tried to turn him off, but it doesn't look like you can. Low is or minimal, maybe to minimal, so he just shuts up a little bit more. Okay, so they put seven in the actual city itself now, so that's a bit of a problem.
The Lord Marshal.
Okay. So let's get
As you say.
2 more spears. I want to get rid of these guys to save a bit of money.
Never cross me.
And that will be 17 versus 14. Do they have a hero?
I'll do it.
They have a
right.
priestess in there. I would love to get a hero right now. We could probably save for one. He's a veteran. Often little more than a series of charges and retreats, this hero stands strong, ready to surprise the foe with his terrible might, particularly once they are already tired and spent. This hero prowls the battlefield as a hunter, felling foes from afar, choking their chargers. Okay, so these actually cost quite a bit, though, in upkeep. So maybe we'll just get one. Protector. Warlike, plus motivation after this hero wins a battle. This hero possesses a rare compassion for the warriors under his command, swiftly running to lend his arms, voice and counsel above the din of a losing battle. Oh, there's so many good ones here, actually. I wish it told you a little bit more about like what their actual effects were, though. Will increase your total army upkeep. Oh, each additional hero recruited will increase your total army upkeep by 2% bronze and 24% food. So it'll increase by 3. Is that on top of his recruitment? Ooh, yeah, we probably can't afford that just yet. Are the priests the same? The priestesses? I don't know, because we can't recruit them. Okay, well, that's something that we would take a look at. I guess that the reason they do that with the heroes is so that we can't just spam out a bunch of heroes and put them in the armies. So they almost have like a supply lines effect that you get from like Warhammer 2, it seems. So like every additional hero will just compound the amount of resources you're losing per turn. But turns until settlement point. How do we need? We need 4 to upgrade this. Okay. Very good, very good. Okay, let's do another end turn. And did we pass this? Request resources from a vassal. Yeah, we could do that. And start a turn with 20 units in a single army. Can we afford that, though?
Heed my will.
What else do I need? I need 3 more, basically. 6 spears, I think, is good. They're just my best unit. That's why I've been kind of spamming them out. But let's just get
sanction this.
1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 militia. We'll have 3 on either side. And then let's go for 1 more slinger. And that's 20. So we've passed that. And we're making 830 a turn. That should be more than enough. Could get some extra bronze here from upgrading to the tin trader. Or we could go up there to get extra food. Plus 7% to all resources, so that will compound the tin, or the bronze that we're getting. Oh, that's interesting. Besieged armies can leave the settlement via a port. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's kind of self-explanatory. Plus 30 line of sight. And plus 35% growth, so it actually increases growth as well. Yeah, why not? We've got it. We've got the wood for it. And upgrade this as well? Sure. Now, we got to be careful that this doesn't come under attack, though. Yeah, we need to maybe get some extra defenses in here, just in case. Do the bowmen cost... The bowmen don't cost any bronze, though, so we could throw that in as the final building slot. Yeah, that's a good idea. Do these settlements have basic walls, too? I don't think so. No. Okay. One more end turn, and then I think we'll push into siege, but if he gets 3 more, it'll be 20v20. Mission successful. Good. Okay, so yeah, he's got 15, so plus the 7 in the garrison, I don't think we would win that. So let's see if we can actually try and get him to come out in an ambush. I know it's not very plausible, but... So we've got in camp, we have raiding, ambush, and the forced march. So he would probably come along this way. So let's come right to here, and let's go into ambush stance. And let's see if we can draw him out. Even if we don't catch the ambush, we can at least destroy that army and then push on to Argos. And 2 more turns until our royal decree finishes. Let's take a quick look at diplomacy and see how everyone else is feeling. Yeah, we can actually set these guys some war coordination targets. So let's get them to go after that. And we've got Sparta as well. Sparta own all of that down there? Wow. Who are they at war with? Yeah, they're enemies with these guys as well. So let's start putting the pressure on them. Defensive alliance. Wait a second. Have I been just... Oh my goodness. I'm such an idiot. You guys are probably screaming down in the comments below. This is not the same faction. I'm so stupid. Oh my goodness.
In conflict.
They only have this one city. I'm so stupid. Just go in.
Victory awaits us.
Okay, here we go. I can't believe that. Apologies, guys. I thought they were the exact same banner there. So, what do we have? 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 9 plus 7. So it's 16 versus 20. Do we have to get siege equipment too? Because they have walls here? They must. Garrison strength. Turns until they start attritioning. So let's continue the siege
Total
there.
destruction.
I can't believe that. That's absolutely hilarious. Okay, so actually, that's not as bad as I thought then. They're not really that strong, so we can crush them and then quickly turn around and complete the rest of this province, taking out the Corinthians. So that is good. Let's get some extra growth, or do we want to build something down here? Could get the extra garrison, but I'm feeling a lot safer now that I know that they don't have 3 settlements. So, is there anything else that we could get? Plus 5% from all. Their happiness is actually not very good here at all. Yeah, so I think we'll leave that for the moment then. So yeah, go ahead and have your upgrade. That is fine with me. Happiness is now -3. Did we lose that active effect? Is that why? Yeah, we must have. Because we had the Divine Will of Aphrodite there. Growth and happiness. We could just do it again. But we're probably fine for now. Very good. So let's go back to diplomacy and see if these guys, if Argos wants to have some agreements with us.
I'm keen to hear what Agamemnon has to say.
Non-aggression pact, military access, and can he give us some money? I demand... Can I just type in here? I demand 300 food. Oh, yeah, that's acceptable. Actually, could I get a lot of bronze? I want some bronze. He's down with that? Because I feel like bronze is going to be important. Not quite. He probably doesn't have a lot of it. Let's go for 1,000 food. No. And 2 gold. Is that even worth it? How much lumber could we get from him? There we go.
All right.
Nice. That is good. So we got that with Argos. Ithaca, they are way up north, but let's try and
when the words
get the
are
same
honest and true,
military
the past
access with
does not
them.
matter.
And let's see if we can get 300 food. Easy. Easy. How much? 475. I don't know what we need stone for at the moment. Not quite. Just seal the deal with the little bit of logs as well. There we go.
At once.
Nice. Pylos. Yeah, they're way over there. We could give them military access.
What can I do for King Agememnon?
Let's try 100, easy. 54, that's all they have? Okay. Better not see a bunch of AI cheats then, with them just pumping out a bunch of units that require bronze.
Now we...
Salamis. Yeah. Do we have non-aggression pact with them? We do.
Yes, we should talk.
Oh, they actually don't want it. Okay. Pythia.
We could talk? Yes.
Are they...
Why not?
Are they Greek? I think they're Greeks. They must be. Oh, wow, it shows the resources right down here. That's excellent. So let's go non-aggression, military access. And give me 1,500. 15. Give me all your food. No. Let's try, how about 4,000 food? And give me 221 of your bronze. And can we up this to 5,000 maybe? Not quite. I will drop a bit of bronze though. And then just grab a couple logs to even it out. Nice. Man, we are getting rich. We are making bank. Arcadians.
I expect a profitable meeting.
I love the trade regions aspect too. I think that's very, very cool. 492 food. I just want your bronze. That's all I want.
No hesitation.
Gnosis. Oh, we need to...
interesting.
Actually, I don't want to do anything with them because we need to own that for our victory objectives. Yes, okay. And they're right next to the Corinthians, I believe. So that's all that we're going to do. But look at that, 8,500 food. We've got 1,400 bronze. That is awesome. So, yeah, I want to build this. So let's get that built probably for the next episode because we're going to end it here. Let's do one more end turn and see if they sally out though so that we have a battle to start the next episode with. And no, they are going to sit there and just shake behind their walls. Agamemnon is coming to destroy them. and justice will be swift. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the first episode of my Agememnon campaign. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, and I will see you in the next one.